What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Arrows here, and we are here with legend starter number 3, talking about the Proving Ground starters, looking at their champions, looking at their signature card, looking at what cards from the Riftbound Origin sets I think work really well with them. Again, we're not doing like units or stuff because obviously there are units out there like that work with them, but we're more looking at like the spells and stuff. So we're gonna talk today about Master Yi, the Wuju Bladesman. So we're gonna look at the leader, the starter, the two champions, and the signature card. And then we're gonna talk about some of the cards that work really well with this. What I think work really well with this. We're actually doing this one a little bit differently because there was a few cards in each color. So we're gonna talk about each color that I think really works with it. So if you guys haven't checked out Lux and Annie, I will post the links to those 2 videos in the description below. But let's get down to it. Master Yi Wuju Bladesman is our starter. He is a green and an orange, which is fantastic. While a friendly unit defends alone, it gets +2. So if you have one unit at a battlefield, the Wuju Bladesman is going to give it an additional +2. I think this is really good. I really like this card. I think if you're playing with a lot of like high powered heavy units, this could be really good. Stuff like Volibear, the Volibear champion would love this, getting an additional +2 on top. It's already terrifying strength, shield, and defender, or shield and tank would be amazing. And we have Master Yi Honed. I think this is like the better of the. I actually think this is like the more splashable, not better, the more splashable of the 2 champions. For this color scheme, because I think this just works really well. This could also be really good in Misfortune because we like things that come in and gank. This enters ready, which is even better. It is a 7 cost. But recycle 1 orange rune, 6 might, enters ready, and it can gank. That is just super good to me, like really good. Not only is this good in Master Yi when it defends alone, it's +2, but you can use it in a lot of other decks that focus on ganking. Misfortune comes to mind almost immediately. Master Yi's green champion is also really good. It is Master Yi Meditative. 4 might, 5 cost with recycling of a green rune. When you have 8+ runes, he gets +4. So at 8, when you have 8 runes, he sits at +4, which is really good. Gives him a +8, +10 if he's defending alone. And honestly, I think orange is one of the most easily, for what we've seen now, orange has very easy access to rune ramping, which is fantastic. And then talking about the signature spell, Highlander, it is a 4, no recycling needed for it. Reaction, so you can play it anytime, even before spells and abilities resolve. Choose a friendly unit. The next time this turn that it dies, it is exhausted instead. So save yourself a a unit you want to keep, put it back in your base. Very good card. Very good card. Now, going off of what we have to work with here, we're gonna talk about the orange spells first. And again, we're not really doing units. I know there are a lot of really good units that work with this too. Units like Zephyr Sage, which gets a +1 while defending, which is also in the Proving Grounds set. It's a 6/6 and recycles 1. Cards like I wrote a list down. Cards like Wielder of Water, which is a 3 and costs 2. And when it's attacking or defending alone, it gets +2. It's going to get an additional +2 from Master Yi. Eclipse Herald, if you want. No, that wouldn't work because I don't think orange really stuns a lot. But there are just a lot of really good units that work with this card. Being able to give stuff like Ari Give stuff like Ari a additional +2 when it holds. We gain a point. There's a ton of stuff you can do with this card, unit wise. So starting in on the orange, we're of course going to talk about 4 cards in each area like we did before. We've got Mobilize and Catalyst of Aeons. Mobilize is 2 orange, 2 sorry, not orange. 2 no recycling, and you channel 1 rune exhausted if you can't draw a card. So that's obviously going to help with our other Yi, with our other Master Yi, the green one. That's going to let us increase our chances of getting to 8, so we can start being super beefy, which is what we want, right? And then with all that extra beef, we can use Challenge, which is 2, and you have to recycle a orange rune. It's an action, so it can be played on your turn or in showdowns. You choose a friendly unit and an enemy unit. They deal damage equal to their might to each other, which is perfect, because as we keep collecting runes, we're gonna keep increasing our power. And even in showdowns, the starter is going to give us an additional 2 if we are defending alone, which is fantastic. Catalyst of Aeons is like Mobilize. It costs 2 more, and we get to channel 2 runes exhausted. If we can't channel any runes, we have to draw a card. And then Primal Strength is an action, so again, on our turn or in showdowns, we give a unit +7 for this turn. And remember, if they're defending alone, they're going to get a +2 from our starter, the Wuju Bladesman. Going into our green offerings, again, we're focusing on giving the buffs. There are obviously counter spells in green. There are other units that do this stuff too. We talked about them before. But we are looking at On Guard. It is a reaction, so you can play it at any time, even before spells or abilities. We can give a unit +1 this turn, then an additional +1 this turn if it is the only unit you control there. So beautiful. We're probably going to be defending alone most times anyway, at least one of our areas. So we're going to get a +2 plus the +2 that Master Yi is giving as well. For 3, we have Stand United. It is hidden, so we can hide it for now and then react with it later for 0. It's an action on its own, so play on your turn or in a showdown. Buff a friendly unit. Buffs give an additional +1 to friendly units this turn. To buff a unit, give it a +1 buff if it doesn't already have one. So this is fantastic. We give something a +1 buff. We give it going to do an additional, give us an additional +1. Fantastic. For 2, we have a Discipline, which is a reaction. Excuse me. So we can play it during turns or showdowns. Sorry, it's a reaction. We can play it anytime. Give a unit +2 this turn. Draw 1 card. We get a +2, which is fantastic. Drawing and card draw is always good. And then for 2 and recycling of a green rune, we have Spirit's Refuge. When you play this, buff a friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets a +1 buff. Friendly units that have buff have deflect. If they didn't already, opponents must pay 1 additional to choose those units with a spell or an ability. So this burns the question now. Do we use this over our other green and orange leader? Well, our other green and orange leader is Master Yi. Sorry, Lee Sin. We're Master Yi. Lee Sin, the Blind Monk, and his ability is you can tap 1. You can pay 1, tap him, buff a friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets a +1 buff. So really, like I've said with the other, I think this one and Master Yi are probably the closest in what their deck wants to do compared to like Annie and Lux so far. And I think, again, it's entirely up to you. Personally, I think that the Blind Monk is a little bit better because you can buff multiple units in a turn with our other buff cards. Whereas most of the time with with Master Yi, you want it to be the only card at a field for the +2. But again, I think it's just going to come down to play styles. I personally think that Lee Sin is slightly better, but I do believe that Master Yi is going to have a place in this meta once we get the rest of all the cards revealed, because there's still a bunch of cards that haven't been revealed for this game yet for these colors. So it's going to be really interesting to see how everything is going to play out once we have the full set revealed, because right now we're missing 13 green and 11 orange. So still a lot of stuff for us to see going forward. But let me know what you guys think. Are you a team? Are you feeling more Master Yi? Or are you feeling the more love towards Lee Sin, the Blind Monk? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you want to check out the Lux and Annie videos, I'll have them in the description below. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned. We have one more left. Garen will be up at some point this week. It's going to be awesome. And I'll, of course, just get excited because, yes, Riftbound world release isn't until October, but we're already cruising through this year at an alarmingly fast rate. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are excited for it too. I will catch you guys later. Stay safe out there. Go play some card games and just enjoy it. Like, this is a good time to be a card gamer because there's so many great card games out there. Gundam launches this Friday. At the time of recording this, it is Tuesday. Gundam launches this Friday. Hololive launches this Friday. Great stuff coming out from Final Fantasy in the next couple months. One Piece of thing. Digimon is on the rise. It is just a great time to play card games, you guys. So stay safe out there. And as always, I will see you when I see you. Bye.